Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin. And I know it's never
Hi,
gonna
welcome to
end.
Mind, Body, Spirit Synchrony, where we'll explore ways to help improve your physical, psychological, and spiritual well-being. A safe and productive workout routine is all about balance. Here at MBS Synchrony, we focus on overall balance, and a big part of that is how you take care of your physical self. As we age or overextend ourselves, our muscles don't respond as they once did, and joints begin to show signs of overuse. Joint pain is one aspect, but more intense conditions require surgeries. Sustained exercises like high-intensity interval training or jogging can take their toll on our bodies. Plus, the regimen is only as effective as it is sustainable. If you're either beginning to feel some of that pain pile on or just want to effectively plan for a long life of staying physically active, you may want to consider some different routines for your workout. Essentially, something a little lighter on the joints. Higher impact exercises put a more intense level of impact on your joints and tend to involve some form of jumping or jolting. So if you have pained knees or weak ankles, anything involving explosive plyometric movement such as jumping jacks or HIIT, you could do more harm than good, possibly causing inflammation or even tearing in the tendons and ligaments. Low-impact exercises are those that are gentler on the joints, or can be performed in a fluid motion, like walking or cycling. Also part of that is lower energy strength training, as we'll be discussing here. Regardless of strength train type, you should always be sure your motions are fluid, not rapid and controlled. In doing this, you relieve the impact on joints and tearing of muscle from the bone. Lower impact moves are not less effective than the high impact methods. They'll still increase your heart rate and challenge your muscles using less stress on the body. In fact, low impact training can help target those small stabilizing muscles that surround your joints to help increase your overall strength, flexibility, and balance, and lead to greater muscle growth. Aside from strengthening the muscles around your joints, low-impact exercises can help build core strength and improve posture. They're also a great option for anyone recovering from an injury, depending on the type of injury and feedback from your doctor. It can be beneficial to mix in a low-impact workout in between higher-impact days to add balance to your routine. This way, you get to stay active while still recovering and maximizing your energy output. Before trying a new workout, it's always best to be sure your body can adjust. You will know that when you've created pain in a process or there's a limit to how far you can extend yourself when lifting. Whenever I start a new routine, such as a strength train lift, I start with a very low amount of weight just to set the motion. From there, I'll increase it so I maximize at 12 to 15 reps on my low counts and up to 25 reps on my high counts. Low counts using my max weight for strength and high count using a much lesser weight for endurance. In either case, I never go through any motion rapidly. I am always controlling the motion evenly and not too fast. Also, the gentle nature of low-impact exercises makes them a great option for those newer to working out. In fact, anyone can benefit from an isometric workout plan, including those who exercise regularly or hope to move on to more intense activities like HIIT, running, or boxing. "12 low-impact exercises you can do at home." For current or future joint relief, here are 12 low-impact moves you can do at home with just a few pieces of very low-cost equipment. The exercises are designed to isolate your muscles and challenge your endurance. Go through this routine twice with minimal rest in between to get a full-body workout without a single hop, skip, jump, or bounce. If you're new to this equipment, most of these moves include exercise modifications that are great for first-timers. Here's a list of simple equipment you'll need. 1. Exercise mat. 2. Resistance bands, looped and non-looped. 3. Gliders. Wide stance plank walk works your core, obliques, quads, arms, and back. Step 1. Begin in a plank position with each foot on a glider. Lift your hips slightly, so they are in line with your shoulders and press away from the ground evenly through your palms. Keep your shoulders square throughout the exercise. Step 2. Push the gliders apart and separate your feet until they're wider than hip width. Engage your core and quads to maintain straight legs throughout the exercise. Step 3. Without swaying your hips, pick your right foot up off the glider and step it to meet your left. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds and then switch to the other glider, stepping your left foot out to meet your right. Continue this movement for 30 to 45 seconds. Modification: ditch the gliders and place your feet directly on the ground for additional stability. Running Man works your core, obliques, quads, glutes, arms, and back. Step 1. Begin in a plank position with your left foot on a glider. With your right leg hovering off the ground, pull your right thigh up and in towards your chest. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Step 2. Bend your left leg that's on the glider and pull your thigh forward, sliding your foot along the ground as you simultaneously extend your right lifted leg back. To reverse the motion, bend and pull your right thigh in towards your chest as you slide your left leg back to return to the starting position. Step 3. Continue this movement for 45 to 60 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. For a modification, place both feet on a single glider and pull and push it slowly using both legs. Gliding mountain climbers work your quads, core, arms, and back. Step 1. Begin in a plank position with each foot on a glider. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Step 2. Pull one leg in toward your chest as you press the other back to build friction between the glider and the floor. Continue this movement for 15 to 30 seconds. For a modification, ditch the gliders and do regular mountain climbers instead. Banded kickbacks. Work your quads, glutes, hamstrings, core, and back. Step 1. Loop a circle band around the front of your right ankle and the arch of your left foot. Begin in a split squat position with your right foot forward and left leg back. Step 2. Bend your right leg and lower down into a lunge, bringing your thigh almost parallel to the floor. Hinge forward to align your torso over your right thigh while stacking your right knee over your ankle to avoid injury. Step 3. With tension on the band, step your left foot back to fully straighten your left knee. Hold for a beat. With control, bend your knee and step your left foot forward to return to the starting position. Continue this movement for 45 to 60 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. For a modification, skip the circle band or use one with a lighter tension. Five. Deadlift reverse lunge. With row works your glutes, quads, hamstrings, core, and back. Step 1. Loop a circle band under the arch of your right foot while holding the opposite end in your left hand. Begin in a reverse lunge stance with your right foot forward, left foot back, and shoulders directly over your hips. Stack your right knee over your ankle and back knee below your hip. Pull your ribs in and down to engage your core while reaching your right arm out to the side to help maintain balance. Step 2. With your spine long, draw your left arm back for a single arm row as you tap your left knee down. With control, release your left arm, hinge your torso forward, and press through your right heel to lift the left leg up and back off the floor. Slowly lower your left leg back down to the starting position. Step 3. Continue this movement for 60 to 90 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. As a modification, skip the circle band or use one with a lighter tension. 6. Banded glider. Lunge works your quads, glutes, hamstrings, biceps, shoulders, core, and back muscles. Step 1. Loop a long resistance band under the arch of your right foot. Hold the ends of the band in each hand and bend your arms to a 90-degree angle with your palms facing in. Step the ball of your left foot onto a glider and press back to lower down into a lunge with your right foot forward. Hinge your torso slightly forward so most of your weight sits in your right thigh. Step 2. Simultaneously press through your right heel and left ball of the foot on the glider to help you stand and straighten your right leg. Step 3. Pull up on the bands as you bend your right leg and push the glider back. Continue this movement at a slow pace for 60 to 90 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. For a modification, use a lighter tension resistance band. 7. Banded glider. Kick works your quads, glutes, hamstrings, biceps, shoulders, core, and back muscles. Step 1. Loop a long resistance band under the arch of your right foot. Hold the ends of the band in each hand and bend your arms to a 90-degree angle with your palms facing in. Step the ball of your left foot onto a glider and lower down into a lunge with your right foot forward. Hinge your torso slightly forward so most of your weight sits in your right thigh. Step 2. Keeping your right leg and torso still, slowly pull your left foot in as you hammer. Curl your fists up towards your shoulders, squeezing your biceps and keeping your elbows in close to your body. Step 3. Lower the arms with control as you push the glider back and fully extend your left leg. Continue this movement at a slow pace for 60 to 90 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. For a modification, use a lighter tension resistance band. Crisscross tricep. Extension works your core, obliques, triceps, shoulders, back, inner thighs, and quads. Step 1. Loop a circle band around your wrists and begin in a plank position with both feet on separate gliders. Step 2. Crisscross your right leg in front of your left while rotating your left hip open until they're stacked on top of each other. Space out your feet so that your knees don't touch. Roll onto the inner edge of your right foot and press your left heel down into the glider. Squeeze your inner thighs and pull your tailbone down to engage your core. Step 3. Maintaining this position, hold the band down with your right hand and grip the other end with your left. Hug your right arm in towards your body and then fully extend your left arm back to stretch the band. Soften your elbow and bring your forearm back in to return to the starting position. Continue with this movement for 45 to 60 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. Modification. Stack your knees onto the glider, swing your feet back towards your glutes, and perform in a kneeling twisted plank position. Side plank pike works your core, obliques, arms, back, inner thighs, and quads. Step 1. Begin in a plank position with one glider. Place the side of your right foot on the glider while stacking the left on top. Keeping your butt in line with your shoulders, press evenly through your palms and twist your hips open to the left while your shoulders remain square. Pull your tailbone down towards your heels and scoop your bottom right hip in towards your ribcage to stabilize your lower back. Step 2. Keeping the outer edge of your right foot glued to the glider, pike your hips up and pull your ribs in as you fold your chest towards your thighs. Step 3. Slowly lower your hips back down until they align with your chest as you spin your top hip open towards the ceiling and scoop your bottom right hip up towards your ribcage. Continue this movement for 45 to 60 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. Twisted bear works your core, obliques, arms, back, inner thighs, and quads. Step 1. Begin in a plank position and place both feet on a single glider. Pick up your right foot and cross it in front of your left. Connect your pinky toes and kiss your ankles together. Spiral your hips, knees, and toes 45 degrees to the left. Step 2. Keeping your hips in line with your shoulders, press evenly through your palms and hold this twisted position while keeping your shoulders square. Bend your knees and slowly pull your thighs in towards your left elbow. Step 3. Stop once your knees are just below your hips and begin to slowly press the glider back out. As you straighten your legs, keep your hips twisted and pull your tailbone down towards your heels. Continue this movement for 45 to 60 seconds. Switch sides and repeat. Gliding tricep. Dips work your core, triceps, shoulders, back, inner thighs, and quads. Step 1. Begin in a plank position with your feet together on a single glider. Keep your shoulders directly over your wrists and hips in line with your chest. Engage your quads by pulling your thighs up and drawing your inner thighs together to lengthen your tailbone down towards your heels. Engage your core and press your palms away from the floor. Step 2. Slowly hinge from your shoulders and begin to float your shoulders back behind your wrists as you push the glider away from your body. Soften your elbows to slowly lower your forearms down to the ground. Step 3. Once your forearms land, quickly crawl your elbows forward and walk up to the high plank starting position. Continue this movement for 45 to 60 seconds. Modification. Place your knees together on the glider and perform this move in a kneeling plank position. Army Crawl works your core, arms, back, inner thighs, and quads. Step 1. Begin in a forearm plank position with your feet together on a single glider. Keep your shoulders directly over your wrists and hips in line with your chest. Pull your thighs up and press your tailbone down towards your heels to engage your quads and core. Step 2. Keeping your hips stable, crawl your elbows forward and back along the mat. Continue this movement for 15 to 30 seconds. Just a few methods that may help in overall body strength, balance, and pain-free joints. Again, balance is our focus, and this is one way of helping keep your body in a balanced state. Well, that's what it is for now. We hope you enjoyed this discussion. If you did, please help us out by giving a like and add us as a subscription. Keep in mind, life keeps coming at us. The dirt roads are rough, but the scenery is great. There's something good in it all. Enjoy the ride.